Hello and welcome to today's Unanet video demonstration. This session will cover leave management from the manager perspective. The screens in your own system may look slightly different depending on your license type and settings. Unanet is available on your favorite browser, may be hosted on-premise or in the cloud, and supports single sign-on. Unanet is a role-based system, so users will see and edit only what their roles and access permit when they log in. We're logged in here as a system administrator, and as you can see, I have full access because of my role. In order to use leave request functionality, your system administrator must enable the system property for this feature. For my admin menu, I would go to Properties, and in the Time section, select General, and here you see we have Enable Leave Requests active in the system. So you may choose to activate this feature or not. You may choose to require approvals or not, and you may have a separate approval group from your timesheet approvals if you'd like. So we would also need to set up a separate approval group if needed. I happen to have them already set up in the interest of time today. So you can see here in my reference report that I have approval groups already set up with leave submitters and approvers. So keep in mind that the intent of the leave request functionality is to facilitate communication between users and managers for time off, but has no effect on time entry. So today we're going to take a look at the process from the manager perspective, and we'll also review some great reports related to leave requests. So now that our setup is complete, ready to go, let's log in as a manager to review the process from their perspective. So I'm logging in as Chris Director, and you can see Chris's roles will determine what access she has and what dashboards she sees in the system. I also have my approvals right here on my home dashboard. So you can see for manager approvals, I have expense reports, expense requests, leave requests, and timesheets. So focusing on the leave request today, let's click into this primary approvals. So I can collapse things that I'm not using. So let's collapse expense reports and time and focus on our leave requests. I will click the magnifying glass to view the leave request for Charlie user, and here I can see all of the information. I can see the date range, the hours, any comments that Charlie made, and then the approval history, which in this case was just that Charlie created the leave request and submitted it. I have several options to take action on this leave request. I can go back to my queue and look at my list of pending leave requests. I can approve this leave request and add comments to it by using the approve button. If I don't have any comments and I just want to keep approving through the list, I can select the approve next button. Maybe I don't want to approve this request, so I would use the disapprove button. In that case, I would be forced to enter comments as to why this leave request was disapproved. Charlie would receive an email so that he could address it, make any changes, and so forth. Or if I'd like to return to this and take action later, I can simply hit the skip button here. Now we have some tools here to help the manager determine which action they should take. So we've got several pop-ups here. We're not going to look at every single one, but let's just highlight a few of these. So I can see the leave for this user by clicking the leave for user pop-up, and I see that Charlie user has 46 hours of leave remaining. So initially it looks like this 32 hours, but I should be able to approve that. I can also click on my leave for approval group and see if others on my team are going to be on vacation at the same time. We don't want to have everybody, taking PTO all at the same time and have no coverage. But it looks like we're good to go there in this case because we just have Charlie in that list. Now I can also see from the people perspective, the approval group impact on plans and assignments. And I can also look from the project perspective, the impact on plans and assignments. And so let's take a look at our impacted assignments. So here I can see, let's just open that all the way up. So here I can see the project and task assignments for Charlie user, the date ranges, the budgeted hours and actual hours, and any variances. And so I can look at the time frame and see for this date range of the leave request, which projects is Charlie assigned, and is there going to be an impact to those projects? And if so, maybe we can work that out with the project manager and so forth. So don't forget that the managers, if they don't take an action, may get email reminders. We may set those up to be sent automatically if they're not approving, pending items in a timely manner. So I'm going to go ahead and approve Charlie's leave request, and I'll add a comment in here of have fun. Okay, so then I can go on and, continue down the list if I like. Now I'd like to show you a number of reports that we have that have leave reporting options in the criteria. So from the reports dashboard, I'm going to focus on my people reports first. And one of the favorites is our people schedule details report. So we have many options for criteria here. You can see I can filter by project and by person, by organizations, all kinds of good stuff in here. I can change my date ranges, report on assignments or plans. I'm going to go ahead and include leave projects only, and I do want to show my leave requests, and even if they haven't been approved yet. So let's see if we have any data in there for the current month. Wow, we sure do. We've got lots of people who either have assignments or they have leave requests submitted. So we see some requested leave. This is the one that we just completed for Charlie. We have another user who has requested leave submitted of 18 hours. Maybe we can go back and approve that one as well. And so this is a nice little summary, depending on your criteria, of what you'd like to see for those assignments, the budgeted amount, the actuals, and then any variance. Now, with the portfolio license, we have the ability, of course, to forecast into the future, and we have a resource allocation report that is, again, another favorite report showing us our utilization. Are people overbooked? Are they underbooked? Are they kind of right where they should be? We can change our criteria on this report, and let me just show it just for my consulting services team here. I'll update the org criteria, and I'd like to see it by week, which is already selected in my saved report. And I'm going to start with the current month on my plans, and let's see, include leave requests, including those unapproved leave requests. So let's see what that shows us. So we have, again, overbooked, underbooked, and so forth, but including those leave requests, I can see which users have the leave request by looking at this black diamond. So that's what indicates a leave request. And as you know, in Unanet, if you see something in blue, you're able to drill down. So I can see, boy, Clark user looks really overbooked here, especially when he's trying to take vacation. So we may want to go in and make some adjustments and, just make sure that we have coverage and that people aren't getting overloaded there as well. And I've saved a few other reports here on my people dashboard. My people leave request report, based again on my criteria. So I'm showing the person, organization, and then the people who have leave requests in any of these statuses. So I basically selected all statuses. And that kind of gives me a nice kind of high level view to see when people are on vacation. So, wow, we have a lot of requests in my technical services team for this 1 week in June. So we may want to, check that out, make sure we have coverage for those time frames. We also have a leave request status report. So this is along the lines, if you're used to viewing the timesheet or expense status report, that gives you a nice summary showing the date range, the hours, and then a status, right here, very easy to view, and then showing any pending approvals if they are not completed or canceled. So this, again, a very popular report, shows you a lot of great information all at once. And lastly, now that our leave request has been approved, let's take a quick look at what the end user will see on their timesheet. So I have logged back in as our user, Charlie user, and we see now that my leave request shows a status of completed. So when I create a timesheet for that time period, what I'll see at the top is my approved leave request with the date range and the hours and the comment that I had added. Now, this is not going to automatically populate your timesheet. It's possible that maybe, things have changed and I'm not going to be taking leave anymore this week. I'm going to be working on my billable projects as usual. So this is informational only, and you have that flexibility to enter that time, for your vacation project or to, kind of business as usual. So again, leave requests help managers effectively manage their resources and ensure coverage for the work being performed. And the intent is to allow communication between the users and the managers. To view more information on leave requests from the end user perspective, please review the Leave Management for End Users video demonstration. For any other questions, please review the video demonstrations at unanet.com, check the Knowledge Center at kc.unanet.com, or contact your Customer Success Manager at csm@unanet.com. Thank you for watching this video demo on leave management for managers.